Beautiful skies this morning. Lots of people showing exactly who they are. The first person has been banned from this channel, Ziggy. More will follow, because I'm seeing that the number of paedophile protectors on here who pretend to have children, who go out their way to pretend they'll defend children, and it's a security service bastards telling me not to come on here, telling me to watch what I say. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. And I'm here to watch you, and I'm here to make sure if you dare threaten any father, any mother, or any child, you will suffer. You will suffer. The amount of disgusting horseplay which is funded round about our children, the amount of child abuse, the amount of charities funded for child abuse. I was 100% spot on yesterday. These are fake, and these are total bastards. There's very few people on here who care about anything else other than themselves, very few of you. Lots of people dead this morning. Drug overdoses last night. Alcoholic poisoning. Maybe they were raped and abused by their mother and father. That's what the security services are showing what they are. We're releasing, what, 60% of our prisoners that abuse women. We release and protect all paedophiles into our communities. And people are still protecting these bastards. And you're still getting paid to abuse children. And every one of you Minecraft type pedos that never ever show your face, your face is going to be plastered all over this place soon. YouTube is going to be awash with paedophile faces. And you're going to be amongst them, boys and girls. You deserve what's coming to you. Children don't deserve to suffer because you are a low-life thief. Because you take and never give back. You've never learned how to be productive in any way. Thieves, liars and losers. That's what we have. Thieves, liars and losers. It's nice to have one person on here supporting this. One person's hit the like. You know I don't go on about anyone liking and subscribing. I'll take away your subscriptions. Your likes and subscribes do not help children. But the parasites watching this, you're going to get it. You know the faceless monkeys giving advice, telling people what to do, how to act in YouTube and how not to act in YouTube. You little cowards sitting in your green room. You sit in your green room playing pool as your orders roll in, and children face nothing more than fear from you. Children face fear from you, and you try and get men to come off this because bastards are showing. And you know there's going to be pictures of a lot of bastards pretty soon, don't you? The faceless monkeys. You know I've tracked down shed loads of pictures. I've got you. Or Evan's got you. We get to walking. Watch the sunrise this morning. And I know there's many fathers out there that don't get to watch their son or daughters rise, get to wake up in the morning. I get told I should be scared. I should be frightened of the court and what a judge might think of me. Because I'm willing to call paedophiles bastards. Because I'm willing to come face to face with you. Faceless feckers. Children and parents will find safety from this place. From Unified Pain. That is why there's so many monkeys on here. So many child abusing liars. I don't know if it's men that can make up stories saying their fathers and have been through similar things. But what's happening right now is my story and the abuse of my children has been used by, I don't know if it's bots, because I don't think men would do this. But paedophiles would do it. There isn't very much difference between a paedophile and a feminist. In fact, there is no difference. A feminist is a sold-out woman who will abuse children for her own gain. A paedophile is someone that was abused children for their own gain. Paedophiles and feminists have ganged up. Get on YouTube if you're a father and you don't know the safety of your son or daughter. Get on YouTube and tell these parasites that no matter what they say about you, no matter what court or judge is going to threaten you, I'm going to take them personally. In a personal capacity, I'm after you. Personally. At every moment. I don't care who you are. I'm going to make sure we get to find out all of you pervert security services, the military willing to abuse kids because they were raped as young military boys. Because your back doors were done in. You think you can ruin everyone else's life because you've not got over that experience. You joined the Jesuit lowlives. Now you want everybody to come down to your level, come down to the abuser's level. The abused becoming the abuser. So common, eh? So common you teach it. You hate fathers, you hate men, you hate mothers speaking about this. You hate it. You hate children having any idea of what's going on in their life because you can control it because you're a predator. Telling me not to use YouTube. And here's people that call themselves fathers on here, not showing their face but willing to give their great advice. See that big strongly manly advice that hides behind a little girl's face or a little boy's profile? No wonder no one trusts you. Yeah, there's something else set up for this. We might get to 1,000 people today. And you know what? Every one of that 1,000, they can all unsubscribe ball bags. There is a 0.01%. It's way less than 1%. But your face will be on Father's Rights Movement's channels, on the rights for parents and the rights for children. All of you faceless monkeys, you're going to get done in. You try to use the court system to threaten fathers when the court system is nothing more than being designed and set up to take the money off fathers. Good morning, Maria. Aye. Lot of cowards in here, eh? Lots of cowards. Thank you for still pressing like and subscribe. I do like to hear people calling me names, and I do like me to make sure they know I'm here and waiting for them. The faceless cowards. Faceless cowards. Thanks for all the love. And thanks for the love bombing and the lies. Huh? Oh, your manipulation is such a great tactic. You want to use the pain that my son and daughter suffer, you want to use that pain against me. You want to use the pain from the isolation, alienation and the abduction caused by a funded charity. You want to use that against me. You want to be able to use what we funded to abuse children against me. And that's why you're doing it. That's why you're trying to stop the message. That's why you're trying to stop YouTube. Government funds abuse. Government funds feminists. Government funds the safety and protection of paedophiles. Those are the same class of people, paedophiles and feminists. They abuse children. They make the life of a child nothing but fear. Feminists, Freemasons, paedophiles, Catholic Church members, Jesuits, Eastern Star, the beasts. You're going to go to hell for what you're doing. It's not that, but your face is going to be on here, your face is going to be shown. You will be found out. You will be found out. And not that. You could hide for 1,000,000 years. And I guarantee you'll suffer. I guarantee you're going to suffer for this. Just the size of some of the birds. Amazing, it's huge. It's like a pterodactyl. If you're a father or a mother and you don't know the safety of your child, get on YouTube and speak about it. Get on YouTube and speak about it. Then you'll see the vast majority of people on here are paedophile protectors. You'll see the vast majority. Oh, you did. See the vast majority of people are protecting child abusing liars, they're protecting feminists, or pedos. The vast majority of people are not worth 2 seconds of your day. They'll befriend you and tell you that they've got children being abused in a similar way using half of your story. And you know there's a sickness behind them. If they are a them, if they are real. But if they are real, we'll find them. We'll find them. And they will suffer. Extraordinarily, they will suffer. There's my pals. Walking their dogs. And that's a lady waving across to me because she knows I'm a gentleman. Even if I do say that you paedophiles are bastards that will suffer, you will get it. You will get it. I couldn't care less if there's 100 men on here and only one stands with me. At least I get to figure out who that one man is. Because I've figured out the vast majority of you paedophile protecting little boys. And a lot of you will wake up today and you will try praying because you'll be so broken from your over-exuberance and dodgy food. Deliveroo bringing your food in, whatever it is, inside those plastic containers. Your alcohol and your drugs. I'm just jealous, of course. Having no food, alcohol or drugs or friendships. I belittle all of those nice things, but I do like friendships. I do like love. I do like food. Walking about with my shorts and that on at this time of the day, I like that as well. I would like some fingerless gloves. But before that, I want to just see how my son and daughter are this morning and ask them if they're okay. But if I'd done that, I would probably scare them, and half of you know that. I would frighten them. And you like that idea. And the sad thing is, women that abuse them, they have to hang around them. They have to hang around the women abusing them. That's the sickest thing. The paedophiles in their community are well protected though, so don't worry. We won't get to know who the paedophiles are. We're protecting them. Not only are we protecting them, we're making sure they get out of prison early. And anyone that's sexually assaulted good mothers and women, or any women at all, anyone that's done any kind of sexual assault, they've been released into the streets. Seen a young man being sexually assaulted the other day. It's fine for a woman to rub her backside off a man's genitals while he's preaching. That's fine. It's funny to most of you. Same as child abuse is funny to most of you. And you may be right saying that I'm best staying off this, but the way you do it and the way you say things, you know you're coming across as predatorial scumbags. So you're still going out your way to make friends, you're still going out your way to make enemies first. It's like one or the other. And then, boom, you drop a bomb on someone. Look, I've hated you after showing you love bombs. I've hated you now after showing you love bombs. Does that screw your head up? No, that's what you're doing to children constantly. If you do that to me again, I'll rip your face to pieces. I'm sick of what's happening to children. I'm sick of the fact that men are willing to come on and lie to you and talk about child abuse, but they're making these stories up. Women are being funded to actually abuse kids, while men that are willing to abuse them make stories up to gaslight real fathers, real mothers. Because real fathers and real mothers know 100% of children need to deal with any parasite, any pedo, any threat in community. All children need to deal with that. And if a man's big enough or a woman's capable enough, they don't really need to deal with that. But all children do. And we have got so many fake little boy men and feminist child abusing women that we've put them in prominent positions, and lots of you support what they do. Lots of you support paedophilia and paedophiles and the work of feminists who are funded to support paedophiles. Why would you support paedophiles? Because they're funded. Why would you support feminists that abuse kids? Because they're funded. What do you mean? How can you fund these fanatical beasts that abuse kids? Through charity. Who would fund a charity that abuses kids? The Scottish Government. Why would the Scottish Government fund charity that abuses kids? Because they're taking down our country. Because it's a paedophile network. The elite paedophile network isn't left or right. It's them v you. It's them v your children. Billionaires would rip your baby's head open and drink their blood from the neck in front of you. And more than likely get away with it as well. Like, people giggle at that type of thing that I'm telling you right now. My friends, my family and my heart is in Poland. There's nothing left for me here in Scotland. There's nothing left for the vast majority of people in the UK. All we had is millionaires, businessmen. They have pretty much gone, but they've gone to like Vietnam and some places in Asia and some places in South America. And they're standing at bars and hotels with local young girls. And they're going to live their next 5 years until they're in severe poverty or liver failure. That's what we've done to our men here. They just can't be arsed with the feminists that abuse, and they've become little feminists themselves. Anyone starting on these YouTube channels hoping to make me, you will no longer be you. In about 6 months' time, the vast majority of people, let's say there's 900 people on this just now. About 600 are bots or security services. That's minimum 600. 300 people may be real. That's the ones you're trying to go for, but within that 300, 99% are there to wind you up. So it's a very small percentage of people we're ever looking to speak to, especially when it gets to child abuse, because that is the hidden currency. That's stronger than the gold or stronger than any fiat currency. I mean, as that sits in your wallet, it loses value. Fiat currency loses value as it sits in your pocket. Weirdos. Crypto's pretty much tanked and made people top themselves. You'd be better looking at the walk than looking at me, but I'm more entertaining. You get to slag me off. Maybe I'll lose you. Maybe I've already lost you. I've lost a lot of things that no one seems to give a damn about. Be very careful with YouTube. You'll never know about the love bombing. I do see people saying that they're real people, and what I'm saying makes some kind of sense to some of you. But it doesn't really matter if it's making sense to you or not. It's just what is. It's just what's taking place. I wouldn't want to come on YouTube at any point. Most of the guys I know have never used like Facebook and YouTube and all this nonsense. I would like a lot of you just to stick on pictures of your real face and accept responsibility for what you've done and said. Take accountability for the mistakes you've made. But if that happened, about 1,000 women from every single town in the world would be dragged off the streets and hung by the neck because they've been willing to accept money to abuse their own children. For diddling kids, the accountability for diddling kids. I think men should just understand. Fathers should just let people know anybody that's diddled any kids what's to happen. Fathers should just let people know, not the security services, not our parliaments or MPs, not anyone within our government, because they are all kid diddlers. There's this type of faceless message. I blame others because I do this. Yeah. I blame others for child abuse because I do it. That's just the words of a paedophile or feminist. You know, the ones taking money. I want my wish order. I don't know what that is. Divorced dad brain. I'm not divorced. We never get married. No, that's untrue. I'm divorced. Divorced from a Colombian. It is. It's beautiful just now. Tell us why you are divorced. I have a feeling you won't. What do you mean, tell us why you're divorced? Why, tell us why you're divorced, I've got a feeling you won't. What does that even mean? I wasn't married to the mother of my children. I've failed. Of course I've failed. All of you people telling me my failure and all of these things, you're right. But if you're expecting me to give you the Epstein files, I don't have them, boys and girls. The leaders you love are the ones abusing your kids. And I believe you might be taking a payoff. Because that's all YouTube is. It's just full of bots trying to kill kids. And full of paedophiles hiding behind fake profiles. And it's very, very unlikely that you see anyone's image and for it to be in any way not completely covered. People are embarrassed about how much they've failed their own family and themselves. Like on here, there's so many little boys that want to blame everyone because they've accepted money for the abuse of children because since childhood they've been fondled and abused. So right now we do have like people offering love and support. I want your children to be safe. I don't want you to wake up and be chasing after your ex-missus who's got your children in a police car heading towards an airport. And the police were actually sent to take her passport and take her goods off her and take all that stuff away so she couldn't travel. But they fed me a whole lot of nonsense story. And they failed the decision of a High Court judge in Edinburgh. They ignored it. The same as right now, the government ignores any letter from any doctor. Doctors' words are worthless to the government. Even if that government position is filled by some little boy with no education, the doctor's word means nothing. And that's why we have MPs earning 90 and 100 grand that are stupid, because they do as they're told. They're paedophiles. They gave hand jobs to old stinking men that pretend to be philanthropists giving money away when all they are is paedophiles, making your family have less security. And you know that, you know your family's got less security than what it had before. I, like anyone else, love pour up the side of the screen. I like people coming on and subscribing and saying nice things in the comments, but the vast majority here now know that they're false. Like, I might have 1,000 people, but there's not 1,000 people on this channel. There's not very lucky if there's 900 bots and 100 real people that have subscribed. They're here to make your life a misery. If any part of your life you're out with how you're supposed to live it, they're going to make you step back in online. Or do as the courts would say, do as family courts say, because that's a billion-dollar industry and lots of little rats will pretend to have children and they will protect that. They will protect the abusers within your system. And right now we're releasing child abusers. We're releasing women beaters. This is the reddest sky I've seen in the morning. So maybe that is a warning. Is it a warning where you come from? Says 97 on my end. I don't know. Now 133. I don't know. This is all very nice and it's beautiful to watch and everything else, and it's nice to see the birds fighting over bits of bread and things dumped over the floor. But if you're a parent and you don't know where your child is, you don't know the safety of your child, and I'm talking to 0.01% of you. I don't have your Epstein files. I can't prove that I'm not anything. Anything she's said and alleged against me, I can't prove any of that stuff. But in court, it's all written down. Most of it's written down in Polish. go on, hit like and subscribe. If that's the kind of thing you do on channels these days, if that's the kind of thing you do with YouTube. There's going to be a lot of people suffer for what they've done to you and your children. There's going to be many people that are listening to this message today that suffer because of what they've done and said to you. They're going to try and say worse things and tell you no, they're right, but they know deep inside that small ick in their stomach, they're going to suffer. I've got men who've pretended to be fathers who are going to suffer. There's paedophiles on here pretending to be men who'll suffer. There's people who hurt women, abuse women. There's women who abuse kids and take funding for that abuse of kids. There's police who protect child abusers. There's police and security service funded to protect child abusers because they've been abused. And they've accepted that. And they don't change. I understand I'm going to have one or two good people out there. I get that. But you need to know the vast majority, right up until 99.9%, want to see you hang yourself live on camera and they would bite your baby's head off. You need to know these people are predators. Paedophiles are funded. Paedophiles are released and given family homes and having their bills paid as fathers are being made homeless. And they're living in forests. You're supporting the very worst things in this world right now. You've got to give yourself all life for always going to suck. There's a whole lot of great life out there. There's no great life left out there. There is no great life. There is no great life out there. And Ziggy, if you're coming on with just a new subscription under a different name because your security services, we're going to figure you out again, you wee knob end. It's not that. I want to see you. I want to be face to face with you guys. I really do. After what most of you have said about me and my children and the memories I have of my children, there won't be much. There won't be much that I won't do to get through you. Press the like and press the subscribe. If you're going to like and subscribe little beasts channels, then I'm telling you, if you're on here right now and you've not pressed like or subscribe, do it. You're going to have at least one father and one man's details in your algorithms. It's about time you decided, I want to have a real father and real man's details in there. Because I know there's going to be 100 little predators come after this man, because he's a real father. They're going to tell him to release the documents when they're too afraid to tell their actual government to release their documents on paedophiles. Do you know why? Because the person on YouTube with no picture of himself is a paedophile. He's protecting his image because little children could say, there's that man that touched me. There's that woman that grabbed me away from the shop. Paedophiles have been protected, and they've been protected on YouTube. They get paid to abuse children. You're going to see they've got lots of little kids things on their accounts. It's all meant to attract children. It's all meant to make fathers take their lives. They'll make friends with you and they'll pretend to be like you. And then they'll belittle you at the time they think's right, or the time that the AI's told them to do it, or their bosses said attack. They're scumbags. They're beasts that abuse kids, and you know they're beasts that abuse kids. Is there any parents out there that understand what I'm telling you right now, that your children aren't safe with the current regime that's going on? They're not safe if they're using YouTube and you're not checking what they're using. Your children aren't safe if they have got a smartphone and you don't know what's on that. You need to make sure, if you're a parent, that you're taking control of your child's lives. That's why these predators and paedophiles and feminists are funded to abuse children. As soon as you're taken away, they get to stick their wee claws in. They get to stick their wee paedophile, long, dirty nails into your children's mind. They get to stick their long designer nails that have been paid for by the government into your child's mind, as they call themselves, feminists. They're beasts that abuse children. Pedos are just a whole network of men and women willing to take payoffs from your government, who are a pedo network for the elite. Your government's a pedo network for your elite. That's it. Very few of your elite are straight-minded, decent men or women. Most of them would pay you to rape your child, and most women would accept that money now. That's where things have gone wrong. We trust these women with the safety of our children. Sorry, I don't. This account is awash with predators, but I'm not one of them. Paedophiles will try and make friends. If you're on here and you're talking to someone right now, he's probably a paedophile. If you're talking to her, she's probably a man. You're talking to him, it says he's a father, it's probably a feminist little boot. You need to know people are willing to pretend and pretend. We need to see your face. We need to see who you are, not some AI generated image. Not some AI washout version of you. Not someone that's fat and stupid looking, staring up so it looks thin. Like, the amount of things that you think you can do to get away with hiding just who you are, you can't. Who you are's right there and stamped in your forehead. That's why people try and lay these lies on me. Because you might be dumb enough to read what these paedophiles write. You see them, my friend. Faceless pedos giving advice. Faceless paedophile protectors giving men and fathers advice. You know? Every one of them coming up, it's just a letter. Here's just a letter. Here's a picture of a sword. Here's a gun. Here's something else that's not in any way human. Faceless monkeys. There's nothing manly about you. There's nothing decent about you. I know there's men and women on here, mothers and fathers on here, and they're going to support their children. They're going to support fathers and mothers. Fathers and mothers are a totally different breed from you paedophile protectors, you feminist beasts. We're very, very different. Don't dare try and tell me what to do or what to say when I can pull this phone out and use it whenever I like. When I've got £15 credit at the end of each month. Which isn't every month, by the way. I don't have £15. It can take quite a long time. Be aware there's lots of boys out there that might look like men, but they're not. They're cowardly little pedos. Be aware there might be lots of pretty and nice women out there, but they're feminist sellouts who would abuse their own children. It doesn't take a lot to find out exactly who these people are. It doesn't take a lot to find it. All you need to do is scratch the surface, have a look, read. It's the wording they choose. Read through that. Don't take anyone seriously on YouTube. Take no one seriously at all on YouTube. People that really want to help, you'll know. But I've not actually met anyone, not one person that's reached out. No man and no woman that's reached out to me regarding child abuse has been serious, has actually been nice about it. The men will generally be very, very wary. Fathers are very wary about the safety of their children. And sometimes when men go across and make a comment on a father or child's picture, they'll be able to tell, is that man is he worth trusting in any way? You'll be able to tell from the very first piece of contact. But when it gets to someone using a story, the predators, the little predators who are awash in their account with childlike pictures with childlike toy things, with childlike storylines. They're paedophiles being protected and paid by your government to attack your child's mind. Make sure you're checking your children's phone. Make sure you check it. And I don't mean like my ex, if I give my daughter a phone, steal it from her. I don't mean do that. You beastly, stupid woman. Beastly, stupid, feminist boots. You know? It's like, oh, this guy hates women. No, I love women. Whenever I walk around this town, do you notice the vast majority of people that want to come up and stand and talk to me, they'll stand and talk for an hour, and we'll stand like this and speak, because most men don't have conversation. Unless they're pissed, unless they're full with alcohol to the brim up to here, they've got nothing to say, and within 5 minutes they can be asleep. And by the time they wake up, they won't remember what they spewed out their pie hole. What's the problem with today? That comes before child safety. And backing up every one of these little paedophiles. Backing up paedophiles. Paying for them to feel secure in our society. There's paedophiles living safely in this town right now, while fathers live in the street without food. There's paedophiles living and they're being protected. What they have done, their past is being secured and protected. No one's asking them to show anything to do with evidence, because they're paedophiles. Who shows the evidence? Oh no, I'm a paedophile. Paedophiles are on here asking fathers to show evidence that they're not raping women, even though court documented evidence shows that woman was funded to lie. How can you be funded to lie, Joe? How can you be funded to lie? It doesn't make sense. Well, a women's charity is given money by the government. Scottish government gives the money to the charity, and the charity has little abusive feminists that write stories of being raped, and they offer that story to women like my ex. And my ex, if she's a beast and child abuser, she may decide to read that out to the police and have you arrested. Your missus can do that today. Not many men can go to any charity and have a story written and have a woman placed in prison. In fact, none of them can. Maybe if they're homosexual, maybe if they're paedophiles, then there's generally charities for gay men. There's generally help for paedophiles from the government. I'm not saying people don't deserve help, but paedophiles never deserve help. Paedophilia. Every single government, every single elite guaranteed these guys have done things that would destroy your mind, and we need to be destroying them. We need to be destroying these paedophiles, because they're protecting them in every town in the UK right now. They're protecting paedophiles. Not fathers, they're not protecting mothers, they're protecting vicious feminists. And a vicious feminist, as I said at the start of this, there's no difference between a feminist and a paedophile. They're both there to make the life of children insecure and unstable. All those people saying hi, hello. Go on, press like, press subscribe, and if you press like and subscribe, I might do this tomorrow. If you come on and tell me never to do it again, I might do this tomorrow. If you come on and say anything to me, I might do this tomorrow. If you tell me to stop doing this just now, I might do it later on. I've got no idea what's going on in this world, and I've got pretty much no idea what I'm going to do next. I know I do have friends that are fathers that are helping me right now. I spoke to the daughter of a very good friend yesterday, and she doesn't get to see my daughter because she's the daughter of a very good friend. Do you see what women do? Was that your very good friend? Well, you can't speak to him because she likes your dad and we must hate your daddy. That's how things are going now. That woman gets funded. That woman gets funded to say hate daddy. So she gets to hate daddy. So the sun is up now. Are we there? We're there. What do you think about the sunrise this morning? Was it acceptable for you? Was it worthwhile to come along today and listen to this annoying man's voice? Did you get to pour enough hate out to a father? Did you get to make children feel uneasy? Maybe you've done exactly what you get paid to do today. Maybe you've belittled men and children. Maybe you've belittled mothers. Maybe you plan on protecting people that belittle and abuse mothers and children. Believe me, fathers are going to get you. Thank you very much. It has been beautiful today. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the subscriptions. And believe me, next time we're on here, we're going to be talking about very similar things. It's going to be in a very similar location, and I'm going to invite you along in a personal capacity. The same as invite every judge, policeman, every prosecutor to come and speak to me. Because really, these judges are stupid wee girls, or stupid wee paedophile boys with certificates with gold embossment on them. They are brain dead, low-life scumbags, and we know right now, our judiciary and our courts are filled with so many little feminist beasts protecting paedophiles. You can check this out, no problem. You can find us, no problem. We protect people that abuse and beat women, abuse and beat kids, rape and abuse children. That's who we protect. We don't protect you if you are from a small society, from a small county, or from a small street in this town right now. The young women aren't supported. Young vulnerable women aren't supported. If they're beastly feminists, liars, they're supported. Good women here are not supported. Good fathers here are never supported. Paedophiles are always going to gain funding, be aware of that, and they're going to try and befriend you if you're a father. They're going to try and befriend you if you're a father. Let's get on top of these predators. Let's make sure they know they're going to be 6 feet under very soon if they come in front of us. If they stand face to face, those making their children fear, yeah, their life's not worth living. And that goes for the predators and the police, and that goes for the predator prosecutors, the predator judges, and every one of you little predators taking a payoff and pretending to be a father or mother. We're going to get you. If you want to listen to a father that wanders the streets moaning quite a lot, moaning about every single thing, I mean, I moan about more things than you can even think of. I moan so much I could be piss you off moaning when just by waking up in the morning you can come on here and the first thing you'll say is, no, this again. Yep, it'll be this again. This is all it is. This again and again until the day we stand in front of these beasts. And I'm talking the feminist beasts that are funded unquote. I'm talking about the feminist charities like Women's Aid, funded to abuse kids and funded to call you a rapist. Stand by each other, men and women, mothers and fathers, because there's too many little beasts here and we're going to get them. I couldn't care less.